Hey y'all, Megan here. Thank y'all so much for watching today's video. So if you have noticed, my face is finally here on the screen. I don't show my face very often, but I finally figured out how to get this done. So we are rolling with it. So in today's video, I am going to talk about how to create a listing in your Etsy shop for a digital product. So if you are selling something like these Canva templates that I have in my shop, Instagram quotes, basically anything that doesn't involve you shipping something to the customer, I'm going to show you guys how to create a listing from scratch and what you need in your listing to make it super successful on Etsy. So if you want to learn more about Etsy tips and creating digital designs using Canva, make sure to like today's video, subscribe below, and leave any comments you have in the comment section for me, as I am pretty active on there and I'm going to do my best to help you guys out when it comes to Etsy and digital product questions. So with all that being said, I will go ahead and get started with the video. So if you can see right here, I am on my shop manager within my Etsy store. So when you first click on Shop Manager, which is usually somewhere up here at the top, it'll take you to the dashboard. So to get to this listings page, all you'll need to do is hit this listings button right here. So these are all of the listings that I currently have on my Etsy shop. However, I'm going to show you guys how to start making these types of listings completely from scratch. So once you get to this listings page right here, you'll need to hit add a listing up here in the top right corner, and it will take you to this page right here. So the very first thing when you hit the listing button is this photo section. So you can use up to 10 photos to show your item's most important qualities. I don't use all 10 photos. I definitely don't want to stop you from using all 10 photos, but it's really easy to create photos in my favorite software, Canva. So I am just going to show you guys really quickly how you can make a listing photo in Canva. So I'm going to open up a new tab and I'm going to go to canva.com. I use Canva Pro, so before we go any further, if you are using the free version of Canva, you can still definitely make these listing photos for Etsy. However, if you are really serious about creating digital designs, Canva Pro is an amazing tool to have. So you can use the link in the description box below to get 30 days of Canva Pro completely free of charge. So make sure to check that out if you are interested in testing that out. So once you get to Canva, you want to hit create a design, and let me move my face around a little bit. Okay, so once you hit create a design, you'll want to go to custom size and then type in 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels and create a new design. So once you hit the create new design button, you'll get taken to this blank screen, not blank screen, but blank page right here. And let's see, definitely want to add some text. So for this one, I'm just gonna make something up really quickly. I'm gonna add test listing only, and I'm gonna make it a little bigger. And I'm going to add a nice little background. So I'm going to go over here to photos and I'm going to type in marble, and I will use this marble background. So I'm going to make it fit around this white square, and I'm going to position it to the back, and I'm going to make it a little transparent. So let's see, let's scoot this over. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as test listing only. I typically save my listing photos as PNGs, but you don't have to do that. You can save them as JPEGs, yeah, but I usually do it as PNG. So I'm just going to do this as a PNG, if it will work. Okay, I think it's working. Yeah, it's working. So once your picture downloads, I have it set up to where it asks me where I want to save it first before it automatically saves it. So I'm just gonna save it right here. Let's see. My face keeps getting in the way. I thought it would be a good idea. Okay. So now that this picture is saved, I'm going to go back over here to Etsy, and I'm just going to grab this picture and drag it over to add a photo. And after a few minutes, it will, well, hopefully after a few seconds, it will show up. So if I were creating like an actual listing, I obviously wouldn't use this test listing only photo. But just for the purposes of this video, I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to make these listing photos using Canva. So once you get some of these pictures made and get them uploaded, you can just continue dragging and dropping them into place right here. And if you have a couple, then once you get a few of these pictures uploaded, you can just drag each picture around to have it listed like you want it to show up on your listing. So let's say you added a second or third photo and you wanted this third photo right here to be the actual like thumbnail on your listing, then you can just drag it around and make whatever picture you want your primary photo. So another cool thing is you can adjust the thumbnail. So if you wanted this test listing only to be up here, you can hit adjust thumbnail and you can just drag it around. Obviously this looks best, so I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to save it, and that's pretty much that. Now, like I said, I wouldn't just use 1 or 2 photos. I would use at least 5 or 6 if I was creating this listing from scratch, just because I like to add descriptions in my photos. So let me go to my shop real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's just click on these girl boss quotes that I sell. So this is the primary photo. So this is the picture that I would put right here as my primary photo. And I also have some more pictures of the quotes. And then in my listing photos, I also have descriptive listing photos. So I let the customer know right up front that this is a digital download. These are ready to post on Instagram. You don't have to put ready to post on Instagram, especially if you're selling like digital planners or whatever. But I do like to make sure that it's very clear what my product is and that it is digital only, that they're not going to receive anything. So that is something that I would definitely make sure to do if I were creating a listing from scratch. Here is also something else that I like to include in my listing photos, how to download. So if you aren't clear on the download process, you might know how to download them, but the customer is not going to know unless you tell them. So basically make your listing photos as descriptive as possible. Tell them exactly what they need to do in the listing photos, and then also in the description on your listing box. I will show you that in a few minutes. Make sure that you make it as descriptive as possible. You don't want customers having to message you. It's just bad for customer service, and it just makes their experience a lot better on your shop, makes them more likely to come back if they have a good experience the first time. So I just like to make everything as descriptive as possible. So let's exit out of this and get back to the listing. That was kind of a mouthful. So once you get your photos to where you want them to be, then you can scroll down here to video. I currently don't have any videos, but evidently buyers are loving these listing videos. This is also something that you can make on Canva. So I'm going to exit out of this test listing only tab. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new design just like we did a few minutes ago, 2000 by 2000 pixels. And something that I did find out recently about these videos is they have to be at least 5 seconds long. So right up here it says 5 seconds. Don't make it any shorter than 5 seconds, or else you will get an error message once you try to upload it as a video. So I'll just show you guys. I'll add some funky elements. So let's see. We can add some, let's see. We can add some cool leaves and flowers. And I'll show you guys how to animate them. So let's drag all of these. Okay, so if you click on each one of these individually, so once I clicked on this element right here, I can go up here to animate, and I can choose any of these since I have Canva Pro. Now, if you're using the free version of Canva and you're trying to make the videos, you can still definitely create the videos as far as I know. I haven't heard that you can't make them, but you might not see some of these because these are Canva Pro, and I really like the way that some of these animations look, so I'm just going to use this neon one, and then for this one I'm going to use baseline, and then for this one I'll just use rise. So once I pick out an animation that I like for these elements, if I wanted to, I could add some text. I'll just go ahead and add something really simple for text. This is really small. All right, I'm gonna do flowers. And I can animate that too. So I can go up here to animate, and I'll do tumble, and there we go. So now I'm going to download it since it is 5 seconds long. I wouldn't change this MP4 video file type, just download it as it is. And once it downloads, then you can do the same thing. You can just drag it and drop it into the video section. I'll show you guys how to do that just in case you need a quick refresher. Sometimes it does take a little while for the videos to save, or at least that's what I've run into when I've tried to create these just for fun. So let's see, flowers. Let's see if it loads. Okay. And then there's our video. So obviously for this listing, I'm not gonna use this flowers thing, but just wanted to show you guys that you can quickly create videos using Canva as well. So now here comes the fun part. Here comes the meat and potatoes of your listing. So very first thing that you're going to want to put in this listing detail section is the title. So the title should include keywords that buyers would use to search for the item. So in the case of this shop, I sell a lot of Instagram quotes. So I would put not only that they are Instagram quotes, but I would describe it as best as I can in the title. So are they pre-made Instagram quotes? Are they Instagram quote templates? Are they Instagram quotes for teachers? Are they Instagram quotes for real estate agents? What kind of Instagram quotes are they? Don't just put something basic like Instagram quotes, put like teacher Instagram quotes. So if these Instagram quotes are made specifically for teachers, what other keywords do you think teachers would use to find these Instagram quotes? I know a lot of times I would put teacher social media posts because Instagram is a type of social media. Then I would put another little line right here, and I would put basically just other keywords. I'm not going to look for keywords for teacher Instagram quotes because this is just a dummy listing. But I will go into that in the future. You do need to make sure that your titles do include keywords that not only describe your product, but that are being searched for as well. Because if you're creating products that aren't really searched for, then it's highly unlikely that people will find you via the Etsy search algorithm. So for now, I'm just going to put test listing. So now about this listing, you do have to fill these categories out. Now, as far as my shop, I always put that I made it. I always put that it's a finished product, and I always put made to order. I don't actually take any kind of custom quotes right now on my shop, but I always put made to order, and I've never had any issues, so that's completely up to you. I don't know if that affects anything. So the next the next category, well, the next part of the listing detail section is category. So I always put my Instagram quotes in, let's see, Instagram and templates. You can either do templates, digital, basically anytime you type in your item, you're going to come up with a couple of different options. Now, what you can do, which is something that I haven't tried, but I've seen a lot of other shops try, is basically create one listing for your item and then copy the listing and put it into a different category, just to see which one does better, which one gets more traffic. Because I do know that some categories will rank your product higher than others, and it's a lot easier to find your product in certain categories than it is others. So like your Instagram quotes might do better in digital, or might do better in templates. You would just have to play around and see, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to put Instagram in templates. Let's see, it's really good to add any kind of secondary information. So if we're selling Instagram quotes, then it would be white, secondary color, black, occasion. If you are selling something like digital, like birthday party invites or baby shower invitations, then you could just put baby shower. There's honestly all kinds of occasions. So just for this, we're going to put baby shower, holiday, Valentine's Day. You don't have to put this because obviously not everything in your shop will be, holiday or occasion themed, especially if you're doing like resumes or other templates. But this is here and I wanted to show you guys. So as far as the renewal options go, I always have mine set to automatic. I don't like having to go in here and manually renew things. So I just have it set to automatic. And then make sure, this is really important, that if you are selling any kind of digital templates or digital products on Etsy, that you change the type from physical to digital. So this just means a digital file that buyers will download. Okay, so I know I said a few minutes ago we were getting into the meat and potatoes of our listing, but here comes the very fun part. I will probably end up making a completely different video solely on the descriptions for Etsy, but I will show you some descriptions from my current shop. So obviously you want to make your description as descriptive as possible. I know that was a mouthful again, but I know I told you guys that in my listing photos, we'll go ahead and take a look at this. In my listing photos, I have some information right here about this listing being a digital download only, already ready to post on Instagram, download instructions. If you put these kinds of, or this kind of information in your listing photos, then make sure to also copy that and put it in your description. You just want to make sure that the customer has everything they need to know about your product, about this specific product, how it's going to help them, and how to fully download it. Just, you want to make sure that the description sets them up for success and possibly them coming back to your shop. So let's see. So the description for this is a digital product only. You will not be receiving any physical items. I put that right here, so I put it right here in the description again. Here, 50 pre-made girl boss and female entrepreneur Instagram posts for your feed. So I always put that it's a digital product only. Then I put more information about the product itself right here and how it will help the customer. Then I put what exactly they'll be receiving and how to download it. You don't have to follow that pattern when it comes to your when it comes to your description, but I have found that basically using this format is really helpful. It just solves any customers, messaging me back with issues about, oh, well, I never got my file, or, oh, is anything going to be shipped to me? Obviously, nothing's going to be shipped to you, and it's really easy to get the file, but sometimes people don't pay attention to stuff like that. So I just make sure to reiterate everything that I listed in my photos, in my description. I hope that makes sense, and I hope I didn't sound like I was going on a tangent. If you have questions about the description and what exactly to put in there, I can definitely lead you in the right direction if you leave a comment below. So let me know what you put for your descriptions, or if you need to improve on something or anything like that. I want to see what you guys have put in your descriptions and if this is helpful at all. So back to everything over here in the test listing. So just for the description for now, I'm going to put something here for later. Okay. So production partners, I've never done anything with this right here, so I can't tell you what that is. Now, when it comes to the sections, it's really important. So if you're selling a couple of different types of templates, or if you are selling like Instagram templates and Pinterest templates, then you want to make sure that you have different sections for the different types of templates or digital products that you're selling. So I actually have a lot of them. I used to sell some prints, but they didn't do very well. So all of these sections are still here, even though they're not on my store anymore. So I'm just going to put Instagram templates right here. So the tags are basically like what you have put in your listing. So I know I said earlier that you want to include a lot of keywords in your listing. You basically want to include those same keywords in your tags. So if you were selling Instagram quotes, put Instagram quotes. Instagram is a type of social media, so you can put social media quotes. If you are targeting teachers on Instagram, which is kind of what I was talking about earlier, you could put teacher quotes, teacher social media, and basically just type in, just do your keyword research and use your keyword research in your tags. I can go into that on another video because it's kind of difficult to explain, and I feel like I've been talking for a long time right now, so I'll just exit some of those. And then materials, this is optional since it's digital. I honestly don't put anything right here. It might be different if you had like your own physical shop where you were like shipping actual items to customers, but I don't ever put anything right there. So when it comes to price, I honestly just take a look at other items on Etsy and go from there when it comes to pricing. So usually my quotes are like $7 or $8, $8.97. So I'm just gonna put $8.99. I usually put at least 10 for the quantity. There is no right or wrong number, but if it sells out, then you have to go in there and like re-upload it into Etsy. So I just always stick with 10 for the quantity. I wouldn't put any kind of SKU number right here. And I also keep this personalization turned off. Now, if you wanted to do personalized stuff for people, then you can turn it on. However, I haven't really ever messed with that, so I can't tell you that much as of the time I'm making this video. So if you haven't seen the last video that I made, I discussed how to create like a PDF with a Canva link in it to upload into this digital file section. I will not go over that in this video, but I do have the video linked in the description box below and up here. So make sure to take a look at that. Just for this video, you just drag and drop everything. Obviously, I'm not going to sell this test-only PNG, but once you make a PDF in Canva that has the link to the editable file, you just drag it and drop it into this listing and you would be good to go. So once you get your listing made to where you want it to look like, then you can hit this preview button and it should give you a preview. I know it always gives me a preview, so I don't know what's taking so long. But since this isn't coming up, once you hit the preview button, then it will show you what the listing would look like if a customer were to come across it. So anytime I make changes, I always like to preview it first before I save it or publish it, just to make sure that everything looks like it needs to before it goes live. So I would definitely recommend previewing it as much as you can, just to make sure that everything is good to go. But other than that, that is pretty much how you make an Etsy listing from scratch. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up again. Hit subscribe below. Leave any questions you have for me again in the comments section, and check out my description box as well, as I have some useful information for y'all. And I hope to see you guys again soon.